What's up, Earthlings? Welcome back to Minecraft Explorer. This is episode 9, part 9, and our look into the Witchery mod. And if you remember last episode, we made that nice little kettle over there. We brewed ourselves a brew of love, and then some brew of sleeping. And the reason we did that is for today's episode, which is going to be all about dreamweaving. So, dreamweaving basically allows us to use dreamweavers near our beds to apply special buffs when we wake up. So there are 5 different Dreamweavers. There's Dreamweaver of Fleetfoot, which adds a speed buff when you wake up. If you have, let's get back to that. There's the Dreamweaver of Iron Arm, which gives you a mining speed buff when you wake up. There's the Dreamweaver of Fasting, which gives you a hunger buff. Basically means your hunger will not go down for the duration of the buff. And the Dreamweaver of Intensity, which makes the other Dreamweaver effects stronger, but it also shortens their durations. They won't last as long. And now the 5th one is the Dreamweaver of Nightmares. And that's actually the one we're going to be creating today. We aren't going to create the other ones today, but we might make them in the future. The Nightmare, basically it has several different effects. First of all, if you put the Nightmare Dreamweaver up with any of the other Dreamweavers up, it gives the other Dreamweavers alternate effects. So for example, the Fleetfoot, instead of giving you a speed buff, it'll actually give you a slowness debuff. The Iron Arm will actually, instead of speeding up your mining, will slow it down. The Fasting will, instead of giving you a hunger buff, it'll give you the hunger effect, which means that you'll go hungry. And the Intensity will actually give you blindness when you wake up. So, on its own as well, when you wake up, you'll have weakness. If you have 2 of them, then it'll give you blindness. It'll also give you nausea when you wake up. But it also prevents nightmares when you use the brew of sleeping. Now, if you guys don't remember, when we tried out the brew of sleeping, it brought us into the spirit world, but we kept getting chased and attacked by a monster called the Nightmare. So basically, most of the time when you drink a brew of sleeping, it takes you to the spirit world and you have a nightmare. And then the nightmare physically manifests as that monster, and the sky is black, and it's just not a pleasant time. Now, if you do get to the spirit world and it's just a normal dream, it's not a nightmare, then the sky is a little bit brighter and you don't get chased by the nightmare creature. Now, there is an advantage, however, to having a nightmare. And, you know what, we'll just get into it when we get there. I'll explain it all as we go. First thing that we need, however, is we need to make something else that will allow us to make some of the other materials to make the Dreamweaver. Of course, the Witchery mod, what would it be if we didn't have to go through step after step after step just to get to our end goal? So the first thing that we're actually going to be crafting is a spinning wheel. There's really nothing fancy about the spinning wheel. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a spinning wheel that we'll use to make some different types of threads or string or whatever you want to call them. They all have their own name. But we're going to make that first. So the first thing that we need to do is make some item frames. We only need 1 item frame per Dreamweaver, but this way I'll have enough to make the rest. Hold on there, buddy. Okay. So that's our item frames. We also need 2 wood planks. We need 1 attuned stone, so we will craft that as well. I've got all the equipment here. The materials, we need a stick and we need wool. So first, let's get that attuned stone ready. You guys should definitely know this by now. Whiff of magic on top, diamond in the middle, lava bucket on the bottom. That's your attuned stone. So now we get to make this spinning wheel. So we need 4 item frames. Originally, I planned to make all 5 of them, but we need a lot of stuff for them, and some of them we need stuff. It'd take way too long for me to grab it all right now. And we don't need them all. This is going to give you the gist of what Dreamweaving does. So, the Nightmares, the Dreamweaver of Nightmares, I think, is probably the best one to start off with. And again, I'll get into that as we continue. Let's just get this spinning wheel made first. Okay, so we have the item frames in place. We want to put the wool in place up here. And remember, guys, if this goes too fast for you, you can just pause it when everything's in the crafting grid, and you can take a look at it for yourself. So we want to put the stick there. The attuned stone goes in the middle, like almost every single time, and the planks on either side. So you see, we got 4 item frames, wool, stick, planks on the bottom corners, and a tombstone in the middle, the bottom. And that's going to make us our spinning wheel. So I'm actually going to put this spinning wheel up in where we have the poppets. I thought that would be a fitting place for it. It'll kind of blend in well here. Where do I want to put it? I don't know if I mentioned it as well. I also put an enchanting table. I don't know if we've been in here since we actually did the poppet episode. So you can see I kind of updated it a little bit if we haven't. I don't remember. Where's a good place for it? Let's just stick it in the corner there. Okay. So that's our spinning wheel. And we will get back to it. So like I said, the first thing that we are going to make is the Dreamweaver of Nightmares. Now, let me see. Flip my handy book here to keep everything down. Pen and paper. Where you need to go... Let me see here. We have to go to the spirit world. So I should probably go on solid ground, otherwise I don't know what's going to happen. So, and I'll bring myself in the room. I did discover that, I don't know if it works if you're single player, but definitely when you're multiplayer, your body does remain in the overworld. So somebody can kill you if that happens. If you don't have keep inventory on, you're going to lose your stuff. Person can take your stuff. If you do have it on, it's not a big deal. Basically, if you get killed in the overworld, while you're in the spirit world, your body just gets dragged back, and you just respawn wherever your spawn point is. I would assume that's how it works. Anyways, so we are here in my bedroom. So we're going to drink a brew of sleeping. So when we drink the brew of sleeping, you're going to notice on the ground, there are some flowers. They look like white flowers. They're actually called Wispy Cotton. However, while you're having a nightmare, if you try and harvest the Wispy Cotton, you're actually going to harvest disturbed cotton instead. So the only way you can actually harvest Wispy Cotton is if you're not having a nightmare. So that's why it's important to have the nightmare, the Dreamweaver of Nightmares, because it allows you to obviously make sure that you won't have a nightmare when you go into the spirit world. Otherwise, there's a good chance that when you drink this brew, you're gonna have a nightmare. It's almost every time you have a nightmare. So there is a chance that I could drink this and it's not a nightmare, in which case I would, I don't know, maybe take advantage of it and collect some of the stuff that's there, but we don't need any of it for this episode. So we're gonna drink this. We're gonna go into the nightmare world. Oh no, yeah. See, that's that quick flash that you saw there. What the sky looked like. That's what it normally looks like. So let's grab some of these. We need 28 of these too. So it's not going to be easy because that thing is going to constantly chase us. So I don't want to get killed and have to keep coming back in. 28 is a lot. So let me just quickly run through and grab these. Okay guys, I'm back in the overworld. I got 29 disturbed cotton. I only need 28, so I got an extra one, which is fine. So now that we have that, we do need a couple vanilla Minecraft potions. So yeah, we need to use the brewing stand. I already went ahead and built one in advance. As you can see, I got some nether wart and stuff in the nether. Did a bit of exploring in the nether, got the stuff I need. And so now let's grab all the materials we need to make those potions. So we actually need a splash potion of night vision and poison, and the longer duration versions of them. So that's why we've got the redstone there. We've got everything we need to make these potions. So I'm just gonna go back in here where I've got the brewing stand ready to go. Okay, I think I need water in these jars. Now, I'm not super experienced in this whole potion brewing thing, but I'm pretty sure I got this. So if I put that in there, and then I put another ward in there, that's going to make an awkward potion, if I'm correct. So we'll just wait for that to finish. Okay, so we have the awkward potion. I went ahead and made my golden carrot ahead of time while we were waiting. So next, if we put the golden carrot in, we should get a night vision potion. So let's just wait for that to finish. Okay, so now we have our night vision potion, or potion of night vision. Now we do have to extend the time. We need the night vision potion that has the longer duration. So that's where we're going to put the redstone in, and that should give us a night potion of night vision. I think it'll last 8 minutes or something. I'm not sure. We'll see when it's finished. Alright, yeah, so there we go. We got our potion of night vision that lasts 8 minutes. Now we have to turn it into a splash potion, and to do that, we just have to add gunpowder. And when that's done, we should have a splash potion of night vision. Alright, so we're done. So it's okay, so the duration goes down to 6 minutes when it turns into a splash potion. But that's just fine. That's exactly the potion that we need. The duration really doesn't matter for us. It just matters for the Dreamweaver that we're crafting. Because if we had the splash potion that was like 3 minutes, I don't know if it would go down to 2 or whatever, that wouldn't work. We need the one that lasts 6 minutes. So the next potion that we have to make is the splash potion of poison. Same thing though, we need, so we'll start with another wart, create an awkward potion. Alright, so there's our awkward potion, and we need a spider eye. I forgot to grab one, so I went and grabbed one while it was brewing. So that should give us a regular potion of poison. Alright, so we have our potion of poison, which currently lasts 45 seconds, and we need the extended duration version of it, so we're going to throw that redstone in there. Okay, there's our potion of poison with a duration of 2 minutes, and we do need to be a splash potion, so let's go ahead and throw the gunpowder in there, so we can get a splash potion of poison. Okay, we're done. So now we've got our splash potion of poison with a duration of 1 minute and 30 seconds. So those are the 2 vanilla potions we need. I just want to mention, I used to think that brewing in Minecraft was fairly complex. Because when you think of Minecraft, it is sort of complex, the steps you have to go through to get the potions you want. That is until I started playing with the Witchery mod. And I realized that brewing in Minecraft, vanilla brewing anyways, is extremely simple compared to some of the crazy stuff we've got to do with the Witchery mod. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you know what, I have a lot of fun with this mod anyways, so I don't mind all the steps that it takes to get through it all. Okay, so the next thing that we need is diamond vapor. Now, diamond vapor is something that we get to use the distillery for. Now, I have everything in here. I should have brought it with me. So we need diamond, oil of vitriol, and 3 clay jars. So we'll go back into our apothecary here. Go into the distillery. Put 3 clay jars in the jar slot. We'll put the diamond on the top, and we put the oil of vitriol on the second slot. Now we'll just wait for that to complete. We should get 2 diamond vapors and 1, I think it's the odor of purity that we'll get. So let's just wait for that to finish. Okay, so that's finished distilling. So as you can see, we got 2 diamond vapors and 1 odor of purity. We only need 1 diamond vapor, so we have a spare one next time we need it. Now every single of the Dreamweavers does require a diamond vapor. So if we were to make all of them, then of course we'd need to make 5, which means we'd have to use 3 diamonds. Now when I did do my little mining binge the last time, the latest mining binge, I got to use my super drill, which is absolutely amazing. It makes mining so fast, it's incredible. And I got, I think, a total of 16 diamonds from that trip, and I spent less than half the time than I did on my original trip. Well, I didn't do quite as much mining either, but even still, it just went so much faster. It was incredible. I love that drill. It's great. If you guys haven't installed the Power Gems mod yet, I definitely recommend installing it because it is really useful. Okay, so now that we have all those materials, we actually, I might not have everything I need to do this yet. I think I forgot some stuff in the chest back here. Yeah, so I need the strings, the feathers, and we need 7 Reek of Misfortune. You get Reek of Misfortune from... which one is it? Alder saplings. You put alder saplings in the witch's oven, and you'll get Reek of Misfortune. So we come over to our spinning wheel. Now, this is how we're going to be... this is what we use our disturbed cotton for. We use that to make tormented twine. So first thing we need to do is put the disturbed cotton in this top slot here. We want to put our string down here and our Reek of Misfortune in here as well. Now that's just going to do its thing and take some time, and we need it's going to give us 7. We only need 3, but 7 will give us enough for the next time if I decide to make more Dreamweavers. So you can see the cool little animation the wheel has. It's kind of nifty. Alright guys, so I got the 3 tormented twine. I'm just going to let the rest of it run through there. And I didn't really mention at first, you need 4 disturbed cotton to make 1 tormented twine. So you need 4 disturbed cotton, 1 string, and 1 Reek of Misfortune. That's going to give you 1 tormented twine. So actually we have everything else now, I think. So we can, do I have a crafting table in here? Oh, never mind. Don't have a crafting table in here anymore. I got rid of it. I don't know why I did that. Probably would need it eventually. That's fine. We'll use this one. You want Diamond Vapor in the top middle, Splash Potion of Poison in the top left, Splash Potion of Night Vision on the top right. We want Tormented Twine surrounding the middle with an item frame in the middle. And then the last 2 slots on the bottom we want a feather. So you guys can pause that and take a look if you need to. Just remember, Night Vision is on the right, Poison is on the left. So here's our Dreamweaver of Nightmares. So let's pick that up and we'll go put it inside my bedroom above my bed. I'll change it to night and I'll go to sleep, so I'll show you guys what happens when you sleep with it hanging above your bed. So we'll come in here. Now I think I should be able to place it there and it'll work. So let's change it to night. Okay, so I should have changed it to night. Yep, it's nighttime out now. Now let's go and try and sleep and see what happens. Okay. So as you can see, I have weakness. I didn't get the nausea effect, but I do have weakness, and that's going to last a whole minute. So I am going to be weaker. If something comes and attacks me, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do as much damage. But now we're going to try and use the Brew of Sleeping again to go back into the spirit world and see if it still gives us a nightmare or not. So let's try that right now. Ah! Okay, so it didn't work. I'm not sure what I did wrong, but we are in the spirit world again, and it didn't work. It's still nighttime. So maybe I got something wrong. I don't know. Like I said, this is all new to me, so I'll look into that and I'll try and figure out what happened. Okay, guys, so I just missed a small point. It reduces the chance of a nightmare by 50%. So it doesn't completely eliminate the chance of a nightmare. It just reduces the chance of a nightmare by 50%. So we've got 2 more brews of sleeping. 2 more brews of sleeping. Let's try another one and see if we can go into the spirit world without having a nightmare this time. So I'm gonna even bump right up against this thing here. I'm not taking any chances. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so as you can see, we have another nightmare again, unfortunately. So there are other ways, and I don't know them all yet, but there are other ways that you can increase the chances that you don't have a nightmare when you come into the dream world. Like I said, don't know what they all are. I can figure it out later. It's not too important right now. But we have 1 more brew sleeping. So once I get killed, we'll try and come back in again and see maybe if our last one is not being nightmare. Okay, let's try our last potion, our last brew. We'll see what happens. Here we go. Ah, we did it. It's daytime. Okay, so this is what you want. Well, depending. Generally, this is what you want. As you can see, the items that you leave with, you'll have them when you come back. So, you can't take any of this with you, though. So, basically, you can take the cotton with you, and we can get Wispy Cotton now that it's not a nightmare. So, I picked that up. You can see it's Wispy Cotton. So, now what if we wanted to? I don't know if... I'm assuming the day is permanent. Yeah, so it won't actually become nighttime. So, we're a lot safer now. The nightmare is not chasing us. There aren't monsters everywhere attacking us. So we could take our time, harvest some Wispy Cotton. We could build ourselves a little house so every time we come here we have some sort of protection, even if it is a nightmare. I don't think a house would keep out the manifestation of the nightmare. That thing's probably still going to come after you. It spawns wherever you are. So, but anyways, I've got lots of these now. Wispy Cotton, that makes the Fanciful Thread. That's the thread that you put in place of 2 of the Tormented Twine for the other Dreamweavers. So to make Fanciful Thread, it's the same method. You use 4 Wispy Cottons, 1 string, and 1 Order of Purity instead of the other one. What was it? Reek of Misfortune. So yeah. Order of Purity instead of Reek of Misfortune, and 4 Wispy Cottons and string. That's going to make Fanciful Thread. That's what you need for the other Dreamweavers. Okay, that's enough of me talking now. I'm done. That's it. That's all there is to show you guys with Dreamweaving. Like I said, you could try out those other Dreamweavers for yourself if you'd like to. I might make them in the future. But other than that, that's pretty much all there is to it. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. If you liked the video, make sure you let me know by hitting that like button. And if you want to watch new Screaming Alien videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have Minecraft Explore on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Wednesdays and Saturdays we have some other gameplay videos that you guys can check out. But that's it. That's all. Thanks so much, and I'll see you later.